that was one part of it. But then on Ancestry.com is where I traced back, you know, and pulled up documents to see, you know, because it'll list everybody in the household that was there. So like, I know my grandfather had, you know, brothers and sisters, so I could see that was, you know, that was the right person that they had listed for his father. Because they give you clues on, cut it out, they give you clues on who might, you know, be connected to you. So I would recommend it for those who want to know, or, you know, like who want to delve into it and go back. But you have to stay diligent, because I'm going to tell you, for me, I wasn't paying for it. Just so you know, they give you 14 days free trial of everything. And I took advantage of those 14 days to make sure.
You got busy.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I got busy on everything. Because once the 14 days is up, like, you can still see whatever documents you say, but you can't go back into the records. So, yeah. But yeah, I would recommend it. And so I was just wondering, I just was, you know, because Priscilla, like he said, Priscilla is it's uncommon for somebody to be able to go back that far. You know, Samuel Jackson, he got the loot. His aunt kept good records, but for me, like, my family didn't. And now I hate that I didn't talk to my great grandmother, you know, about those type of things.
Right. I got a cousin that she's like the matriarch of our family that keeps all these records. She's getting older too, so her daughter's now kind of like taking over this. And like I say, every reunion we just already in the past on the COVID, but we try to update. Our records and stuff.
Yeah. So I've been in touch with like, it's hard trying to get the records because either, you know, like they didn't keep the records, or they just didn't, you know, for us they really didn't care. Like, you know. So
yeah, it's the latter two.
I have been in touch with some government agencies to try and keep going.
And the crazy part is, I don't know if you've had success with this. A lot of this information is right there in the damn library.
Yeah, and that's what if you know where to go.
Right.
Mhm.
That's the sad part. The history of your family is at your fingertips, and you don't even realize it. All you need is a date of birth and a time.
Or a date of death.
Yeah. No. Like my dad, I know he was born in Lakeland, Florida. My dad, my grandmother had shit. I just found out it was two more, but they ended up dying. I got an aunt named Sarah who died at birth. I got an uncle, they used to call him Buddy. He died at 14. No. Buddy is my a great uncle. Moses is my uncle that died at 14 by getting hit by a car. Then I got Princess. I got my uncle Otis, and then I have Ernestine, my dad, Ruby, Emma, Hattie, and Stanley. And I just found out about Sarah and Moses recently. So, and they were all born in different places. The first four were born in Alabama. Then my dad's group of four, they were born in Lakeland. And then the youngest, the three, Ernestine, Ruby, and my dad was born in Lakeland. And then Ruby, Lorraine, Stanley and Hattie were born here. So it's not as difficult as it seems, but it is an arduous task. But if you got the energy, and I don't think it'll be extremely difficult, because even when I watch Gates, all he doing is, like you said, going through the census.
Yeah. Yep, and that's all it takes. Because the census, I think the census will lead you back to where you need to go.
Yep.
If you can get as far back as because like I said, they got a list of people in the household. So if your family partook in the census, then, and I'm sure back then they made it.
Yeah, because again, they were glad to count you back then because of electoral college votes. Mm-hmm. If you had more people in your state, you got more funds, you got more power, which is part of the 3/5 compromise, because they was like, look, they not people. We was like, they are people, and that's part of the 3/5 compromise for census purposes, so you can get more resources. So, again, y'all worth something when we need y'all to be.
Mm-hmm. It's the only one they need us to be. But can we talk about? Well, I'm just gonna bring up a few names that I took notes on because that I never heard. Like Membet, is that her name? Membet. She was the lady who sued to say that slavery was unconstitutional based on the.
Right. Hold up. I got that down somewhere. Good point.
It wasn't based on the Constitution, but it was based on I was going to say the Bill of Sale, the Bill of Rights. I think it was based on whatever the father said. Every man is created equal.
Men are created equal and life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
Oh.
Right.
Her name was Nomi Bet. Nomi Bet.
Okay. Her.
She said,
yeah.
hold up, so let me say this, and I'm going to let you go ahead and flow with it. Pass the laws, run away, Stockbridge. Her argument was that all humans were created equal. And
right.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to let that issue.
That was her. No, that's what I just wanted to. And they mentioned there was, what was his name from Enslaved? Because they mentioned him again. Was it Robert? What was Robert's name?
Talking about Richard Allen?
Richard Allen. I don't remember him from Enslaved, but there was the other one that was Enslaved.
Let me see.
It started with an R, and his family traced him back in Enslaved, where he was like a powerful person back during the time of slavery. But yeah, him, Richard Allen, Noembe and Bet or whatever, and Gabriel. Gabriel.
Yeah.
And so they talked about them and, how they fought. I think it was Gabriel that fought for his freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were going from house to house killing white people.
Mm-hmm.
And I just watching that, hearing that, and also hearing about the other. Come here. Sorry, they're bringing my dog down. Talking about all the other revolts and stuff that went on.
Right.
When people say, when they make them shirts or them posts talking about we ain't our ancestors.
Right.
Actually, we are. We are, and we should be. Because, and those are the ones that don't know their history. I mean, it has to be, because there was a lot of stuff in here that I learned about how, we fought back, we wasn't as docile, and of course we knew we wasn't docile, but it wasn't like we gave in and, just went for fried ice cream.
Right.
We did fight or try to as much as we could.
Yeah. Until they couldn't fight no more. The dude,
right.
Rich, I think, was just a lack of numbers and probably ammunition. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but they said, fuck that, we couldn't get this. We about to, nah, we taking over. We gonna get busy. We killing everybody. Hell, to our death. That's pretty much what they was doing. They was doing that big time at different points in history. You know what I mean? Hey, we gonna rally up and just do what we got to do.
Right.
Well, you know what, Shelly? It was a book.
Somebody in the crew who got a case.
It's a book you will like. It's by Charlie Cobb. It's called That Nonviolent Stuff. Charlie Cobb Jr. Actually, I think it was Cobb, like Ty Cobb. Charlie Cobb. It's called That Nonviolent Stuff Will Get You Killed. The history of that book is Charlie Cobb Sr. went to a Dr. King speech. And after it's famous that he walked up to him afterwards and said, hey, yo, you know what, man? Everything that you said was great. But you know and he said that nonviolent shit will get you killed. And it's a book about how our ancestors wasn't having it. It's about Charlie Cobb.
I wrote down in 1800 in Richmond, Virginia, Gabriel recruited for battle. But it was postponed. They was getting ready, but it was postponed because they had some bad weather. Remember that part? They had bad weather, and it was postponed. And then one of the slaves went to the master and snitched on them, and got those folks ready for what they was preparing for. That's how they lost. You know what I mean? So you had somebody that they got sold out pretty much. They got sold the fuck out big time. When I saw that, and he was telling that story, I'm like, man, that was some bogus shit.
Well, another story like that, DGrate, and it's eerily scary. You know, the AME Church was started by Vesey, Denmark Vesey. That church is the same church that the dude Dylan Ruth walked into and shot up the place. That was the 100 year, 2 days before the 100 year anniversary of Denmark Vesey starting this largest slave revolt in the history of America, but it's ended up getting halted because somebody snitched on them. So we be thinking these crazy ass white boys just be acting off nothing, but Dylan Ruth probably knew that about that church and went in there on the 100 year anniversary to shoot black folks. They want to make it seem like he just wrote out this manifesto and he wanted a civil war. Nah, that was a planned attack on the 100 year anniversary of that church, Denmark Vesey. So again, they want to hide your fucking history from you and make it seem like these are just happenstance. Another person y'all can look up. I hope I'm not saying his name wrong. I know his name was Hercules Posey, and the sister's name was Ani Judge. Now, what they don't teach you in school is you could become a person, African could leave the state. If you leave the state of Illinois or California for 30 days and you are held as a slave, if you leave the state for 30 days, you can apply for your freedom. Hercules and Ani, they left and wrote George Washington a letter and said, George Washington was like, y'all better send them back. And he was like, you gonna free me if I come back? And then he was like, no. And she was like, well, KMA, I ain't going nowhere. Because she got from Philadelphia to New York, which was a free state. So, it just, like y'all said, and I've been saying for the last few weeks.